Gaudy stats. Good God, that's gaudy.
I just ate a large bowl of pistachios and another even larger bowl of really salty tater chips. It's a brand called Hard Bite. They're hard when you bite into them, hence the name. It's delicious, very salty. My eyes are extremely dry, sandpaper status. I've been sitting in front of a television watching hours and hours of basketball in a sedentary state, mind you, eating large amounts of food, big quantities of high-fat food. Why sit there and enjoying every minute of it, watching lots of basketball. Just watch Kawhi Leonard have another efficient outing versus the Mavericks, taking Luka and company down in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. It's tough to watch in a way. It's kind of depressing. That dead-eyed drone, Kawhi, the robot, taking down creative, joyful, full of emotion Luka. Needless to say, I wanted the Mavericks to win. Kind of did. It would have been fun to see a meltdown in a way, but at the same time, Clippers pulled it out. I cannot find fault in their resolve. But they won 3 out of the last 4 games to win it in 7. I mean that's really impressive. And hats off to you, sir, Mr. Paul George, Kawhi. Oh, Reggie Jackson. Where did that come from? He was in Fuego. I mean, he had some moments with the Thunder. He's been a playoff performer. I think he had 32 points, the Thunder at one point off the bench. He's had some big games. He exploded in Game 6. And Kawhi, my God, that was unreal. Is the efficiency, the surgical, machine-like efficiency. Kawhi bot 5,000. I mean, he earned that nickname, the robot, the Terminator. Just relentless defense. I mean, here are his averages for this series. 32 points per game in 40 minutes. 7 rebounds, 7.9 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 2.3 steals, and a block a game. The guy shot 61% from the field in this series. Okay? And 42.5% from 3. Okay? Almost 90% from the free throw line. Okay, so if somebody's like, I mean, I'm a fan of watching Kawhi play basketball. Is he a dead-eyed drone? Yes. We've established that. He has dead eyes. He is not human. He's AI. He's the next evolution, a cyborg, Terminator, robot. Whatever you want to say, he is. Whatever you say he is, he is. But no, I mean, he's half man, half machine. But you can say anything you want to say about him. He has no emotion. He's cold-hearted. He's reptilian even, and a cyborg, and part human as well. He's got a little warm blood inside of him because he showed a little heart. All right, came back. He said, "Luka, stop with your boyish giggles every time you hit a 3 right in my face. Every time you dance me into oblivion and then hit like a fadeaway 3. Stop that and watch this." And he was amazing. Okay, His averages are, somebody described it as basketball pornography. That would apply here, watching this man play. I'm not a full Luka stan. I'm not like head over heels, in love. But I appreciate his game. I enjoy it. And God knows I respect it. 35 PPG, 35.7 in 40 minutes, 7.9 rebounds, 10.3 assists, 1 steal, and a half a block a game, with 4.5 turnovers. Let's just not pay attention to that. I mean, with all that usage, look up his usage rate. With all that usage, how did he not have more than just 4.5? Let's take a look at this. Luka usage rate playoffs. Ooh, in his career, he has almost a 40% usage rate. 39 point something. Yeah, it's 40.4% for this year's playoffs. That was his usage. That's astronomical. 40.4% usage rate. Wow. But he also shot almost 11 threes a game, 10.9, and he hit 40.8%. 40. I don't know why I was doing the robot voice. 40.8%. And 49% from the field. He's taking 28. What? 28 shots a game. I guess that makes sense. He had 37 that one game. 17 for 37, game 6. He just kept getting gassed in the fourth quarter. Bless his heart. With that beefy frame, that beefy bod. He has got to get in better shape. Says the guy who just shoved about a pound of nuts in his mouth. I was shoving those pistachios in so fast I couldn't even breathe, man. I couldn't talk. I had my fucking feed bag on. Just shoveling pistache down my gullet. Surprised one didn't go into my lungs, in the lining of my heart, the lining of my lungs, in my innards. Surprised it didn't get caught up in my body, my internal organs. I was shoving them in so fast. Eating chips, greasy ass chips, rubbing the grease all over myself. And I'm sitting here telling that beefy youngin' to get in better shape. That son of a bitch. How dare me? I'm the son of a bitch. What a bastard. But no, he needs to get in better shape. It's obvious. He's red-faced, sweating his ass off, puffing and puffing. He had played a pretty good fourth quarter this past game. Got to give it to him. But come on, man. I mean, okay, I'm gonna go through his game log really fast because yes, I'm stalling. I know that. 46 points, 29, 42, 19, 44, 39, 31. I mean, the guy's 22 years old. It's third year in the league, man. Is it third or fourth? It's his third year in the league. He's 22, I think now. He was 21 at the beginning of the year. He's 22. He's 22 years and 98 days. Okay? Slovenian wonderkind. But he's beefy. He looks like he weighs 300 pounds. He's 6'7". He says he lives him at 230. I mean, he's a big guy. He's a beefcake. And he's beefy. And he's sweaty. And he needs to get a little bit... I don't know if he needs to lose weight. He just needs to get more muscle. And he needs to get in better shape. He came into the year in horrible shape. And I think he will. I think he's going to get better from the free throw line. Listen, I'm just a regular dude hanging out, sipping on a beverage. Slurping. I don't actually drink like that. That was for a sound effect. Telling this professional athlete, one of the greatest basketball players we have today, telling him to get in better shape. Okay? Take that for what you will, sir or madame. But, it's a free country. I do what I want. Fuck you, man. Yeah, I said it. But yeah, what can we say? Paul George did it just enough. He hit some clutch shots. He was, Reggie Jackson, as I said. Marcus Morris was on fire this past game. Oh, how about Boban? I thought Boban should have played more in Game 6. What do you think? I mean, whenever he's in the game, he's effective. What was his plus minus? I wonder. Boban game log. This is great radio. Boban game log. Playoffs. Plus minus. Enter. Activate. Boban had a plus minus of -1 in Game 7. Okay. Well, it was plus 5 in Game 6, and Coach Carlisle and his wisdom sat him towards the end of the game. I didn't understand that. He played 31 minutes this past game, and he was great. The Boban that we've talked about, most points per minute in NBA history, I believe. So that was a cool wrinkle, though. I liked how he inserted him into the lineup. And made things interesting, I mean, come on, they were overmatched. Okay? Who's the second best player on the Mavericks? Fucking Porzingis? You want to talk about stumps on skates, copyright Ben Golliver, but stumps on skates or stumps on ice. Stumps on skates is funny too, but stumps on ice. That's what he is. He's a peg-legged, looks like fucking Drago's crazy cousin, Ivan Drago from Rocky. You know what I'm talking about. He looks like a villain. He looks insane. He looks like a henchman, or like a henchman / spy / assassin who's been given human growth hormone, and he looks crazy. I'm sorry. He doesn't look crazy. He just looks evil. He looks like a villain. Some kind of crazy like Nazi experiment. That's what he looks like. I'm sorry. No offense to you, KP. I know you're listening. No offense to you, sir. Yes, I just referred to you as a Nazi, but don't take offense to that. Okay? No, listen. I'm telling you not to take offense, so you can't. Okay? If I say don't, I say don't. But no, he had a pretty good game this past game. But like, come on, he's had a shit. You want to hear his? You want to see his game log? You son of a bitch. Porzingis. Game log playoffs. I can't fucking type. Fucking shit. Sorry. Okay. I mean, he was over 33 minutes every game, okay? 14 points, 29, 18, 8, 7, 16. They have him over in the corner, I get it, but like, he hasn't been that effective when he's been down below, has he? Has he? I don't think so. Shooting percentages, 30, 66, 30, 58, 50, 42, 50. I mean, he might have been 45%. What was he? Shooting percentage, playoffs, 2021, 47.2. Okay, so I have to put my fucking fist in my mouth a little bit, but come on, man. He's not been good. He's not been the Porzingis of old and the Knicks. He's he's doing his best, but that's your second best player, Tim Hardaway Jr., the streakiest man alive. he's, can drop like 37 and then 2 the next game. That's your second best player, third best player. Boban, bless his heart, looks like he lives in Middle Earth. Looks like he's from Game of Thrones. Looks like just walked out of a fucking fantasy novel. I love him with all my heart. You know that. I've made that very clear. I did a whole fucking episode on him. But come on, man. Dorian Finney-Smith. I love that guy too. Scrappy. He can't really wear a leather diaper. He's too tall. But God, he's trying to get it. And I gave it to Taysom Hill. He's pretty tall. But that's football. Okay, it's different. How is it different? I don't know. I don't make the rules. Okay? I don't make the rules. Actually, you do. This is your fucking podcast, dipshit. Oh, that's right. Well, Porzingis shot 29.6% from 3. Okay, so this peg-legged, stumps on ice son of a gun, it cannot be your second best player and put up 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, not even a full block, 0.7 blocks, and shoot. You're supposed to be this stretch 5, and you shoot 29.6% from the field. Okay, this fucking show is about stats. Okay? And the stats are telling a story about this guy that I don't like. So I'm going to close that book right now. I just closed the book on him. I'm done with him. Okay? Unless he comes to the Suns, that is. No, I still won't like him. Okay? And I'm not going to get into the Suns right now because my good friend Samuel and I are going to discuss them in a special program/episode. Got a little lispy there for a second. I can get lispy. You know that. But what will the Clippers do against the Jazz? That's what everyone wants to know. Everyone in the world wants to know. Is it going to be like the We Believe Warriors that, they had this huge series win over the Mavericks with Dirk, big upset, big emotional thing. And are they going to walk in and just get buzzsawed by the Jazz? Just like We Believe Warriors were, in a way. Did they even win one game? I think they got swept by fucking Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer. Was Carlos Boozer on that team? To think that was the replacement for Stockton and Malone. Wow. But we'll see what happens this time. I mean, I'm going to be going for the Jazz. Does anyone like this Clippers team? I'm genuine. I mean, there were fans in the building. I think I knew a guy in college who was a Clippers fan. And those were the dark days. And there's always those were the dark days. There's been dark days. There's been so many dark days. I mean, I'm a Suns fan, and recent history has been dark. But generally, Suns teams have been in the playoffs. Even when I was younger, those Jason Kidd teams, some scrappy, frisky teams didn't really threaten until Nash got there. But Stephen Marbury, those years, I mean, they would never, no one ever took him seriously as like a title contender, But I'll be going for the Jazz. I will be. And I hope that Mike Conley and his hammy can come back full strength. Not holding my breath. God, Mike Conley and that hamstring. It's been a long year with that hamstring. Ye old hammy. Poor James Harden too, right? This fucking Nets team. I cannot bring myself to like them. I enjoy the shot making. I just don't really. I've never liked KD. I've never liked Kyrie. I've never really liked Blake Griffin. I think he's funny. I've seen interviews. He seems like a nice guy, but I never was a fan of those Clippers teams. Um, it's tough. It's tough to jump on that bandwagon. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. In fact, they're villains to me, and I hope they lose. And I'll be going against them as well. I'm a hater, maybe. They already lost. I'm sorry, the Bucks already lost to the Nets. The Nets are gonna probably win this series. Okay. But I'm not gonna jump in that wagon. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me. You son of a bitch. Don't even try. I can see you trying. I do like their offense though. It's fun to watch. My friend Mike pointed that out. That they are a joy to watch. They are. They are a joy to watch. He's right. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to become a Nets fan? Okay, like all those bandwagoners in Barclays Center. You know, acting like they've been Nets fans their entire life when there was only like 2 Nets fans before KD showed up. Come on, man. Those seats weren't filled up. When Spencer Dinwiddie and D'Angelo Russell and fucking... Even when Kevin Garnett and Joe Johnson and Brooke Lopez and Mason Plumlee and... Was the arena filled up then? And I know it's funny. I went to a sports shop this weekend, and there was a guy. I was talking to the guy, and he said that everyone wants Nets stuff now. It's super popular. Everyone's doing it, man. Everyone's coming a Nets fan. You want to be? Hey, you want to do it too? Come on, man. Everyone's doing it. Yeah, you want to hit this? Come on, man. Be a Nets fan. It's fun. No. Not going to do it. I refuse, okay? No, but going back to Boban, I was so happy to see him get some clock. I mean, he held up. He held up pretty well. On the defensive end, yeah, he can't really close out. He can only do so much. I mean, he's an enormous human being. He's lumbering. He's an oaf. He's a galoot. We've been over that. But he was fine. You can conduct an offense around him. I think he could be really effective, man. I think he'd have games where he put up like 30 and 20. Give him 30 minutes. The guy puts up crazy numbers in short periods of time. All right? We've talked about it ad nauseum. All right? I spent many a night, late nights, sweating, looking at his stats, thinking about what could be if someone just gave him a chance. And, well, I think it's safe to say that in 31 minutes, he put up a double-double. He had a block. He played well, all right? And let's see exactly what he put up. I kind of glossed over what he put up exactly. Let's see. Boban Marjanovic. Did I say that correctly? I don't think I did. 14, 10, 3, 1 block, 1 turnover, 7 for 11 from the field. Yeah. I mean, that's actually, he could have done even better than that, honestly. I mean, Clippers are a good defense. And he got some nice feeds, but he got some great offensive rebounds too. I mean, honestly, I think most of the time he could put up a lot more than that. But you don't want to hear me get into that because it's self-indulgent. I realize that. I'm a Boban fan. What can I say, man? What the fuck can I say? But going back to the Bucks, it was a close game for a lot of the time. Then they kind of broke it open, but the Bucks shot from 3 horribly. Like they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from 3. Bucks playoff game log. I want to see what they shot from 3 because it wasn't great, man. It was not great. 3-point percentage, 20%, Nets 38. So Bucks usually shoot much better than that. What did they shoot for the year? So, sorry for the dead air. Okay. They shot 38%, 38.9% from three this year. So, they're gonna have, and you saw what happened against the Heat. The Bucks are gonna shoot much better from three. Maybe not next game, but when they get home, I think they probably will. So everyone's saying, I saw on Twitter, everyone's like, "Oh, the Bucks have to win because Harden's gonna be out." Some truth to that, and they should win. But I don't know, man. They're still a really fucking good team. And if Blake Griffin plays like that, what was his, like 20 and 10 he put up? 18 and 10, something like that? Good defensive stats. Played good defense. Was hustling. Excuse me, Jesus. If he plays like that every fucking game, they can beat the Bucks in 7 games. In a 7-game series. Maybe even less than 7 games. I mean, Blake was kind of turning back the clock, He was hustling. I mean, he's never been a hustler. He did have a dunk too, I think. But oh man, Gallo had a dunk today where he barely got it over the rim. It was like the most old man dunk ever, but I loved it. And speaking of that, the Hawks took down the 76ers even with Embiid playing. They beat the 76ers at home. I should talk to Dan about that. I want to get Dan's reaction, but it's kind of a tough loss. I don't want to bug him with that now because in those tough losses, sometimes you need to just be by yourself a little bit. I mean, it's just basketball, but you know what I mean. It's just basketball. It's just a fucking game you watch on the boob tube, but sometimes you still need a little breathing room. I get that. But I'm curious what his reaction was. Philly native. That's bad though. You lose at home. They have great home court advantage. Embiid has a monster game, although he landed awkwardly at the end of the game. Kind of tweaked that partially torn ligament in his knee. Was it partially torn? Yeah, I think it's like couple millimeters of tearage. I'm a doctor of eating nuts. Get a doctorate in eating, Gordon. Get a doctorate in shoving food in your face. An excessive consumption, possibly. Wouldn't be surprised in this day and age. Oh, man. I got nothing else to talk about, man. I'm not going to lie. There's been crazy statistical explosions. Oh, yeah, the Nuggets. How could I forget? Dame Lil. My goodness. Okay, I got to look him up real fast and discuss his shooting numbers because... Oh, buddy. I gotta get a drink of water, too. I think I said I didn't even say I gotta get a drink. I said I get a drink of water, too. I gotta enunciate. Sometimes I just subconsciously cut off words in a sentence, and then the person looking at me is like, "What the fuck did you just say to me, sir? You're mumbling like a mumbleton." And I say back to him, "Sorry, sir. Try to do better next time." What? But Dame Lil. Oh my goodness. On the day of June 1st, 2021, Portland at Denver, in the double overtime classic, in 52 minutes, Dame Lillard put up 55 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. 17 for 24 from the field. Did you hear what I just said? He put up 55 points on 24 shots. 12 for 17 from 3? That's 70%. He was 70% from the field. 9 for 10 from the free throw. I mean, this is just a gem of a game. And it put up a lot of fantasy points. I think it was an 88-pointer. You don't see those very often. I mean, 50 points is a lot in FanDuel Fantasy. DFS. My God. 1 steal, 3 blocks, as I said. I mean, the 17 for 24, it's just so, that's gaudy. This is what we do. This is why we are here. How could I bury this fucking game? I was gonna like start scratching my balls for the rest of the cast, but I'm glad I came back to this. 12 for 17. I list when I get excited. 12 for 17 from 3. 70.6%. 55 points in 52 minutes. On 24 shots. I've never seen a more efficient shooting game in my life. And again, this is why when, you casual fans, sorry to be a little, got my nose in the air. I'm still, a little stuck up NBA fan here. But you casual fans with your, the NBA, it's just, it's all 3-point shooting and everyone's rest all the time, which is kind of true. And it's just soft and stupid and it's just threes and dunks and I'm like, you fucking blockhead? Threes and dunks are the best parts of the game. What do you want to see? Drop steps and fucking, I do enjoy post play. Yes, but like shot making is incredible. Someone shooting 3 feet beyond the fucking 3 yards. Okay, I'll go a meter. I'll go empirical. Wait, is that what are the different measurement systems? Metric? That's metric. I'm a dumbass. 55 points. Shot making. Trae Young, what he's doing. The 3-point shooting, but also the floaters. Okay? He's putting up crazy numbers too, man. Yeah, I'm going to look him up too. All right? Trae Young, game log, playoffs 2021. He's not shooting as good of a percentage from anywhere, really, as that game we just mentioned, but nobody ever does. That's how unreal it is. I mean, he shot, going back to Dame for a second, 70% from the field. And that was the game before that. He shot 10%. He had a horrible game. They won. He scored 10 points, all from the free throw line, that one field goal. He was 1 for 10. He scored 10 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. Anyways, 70%. That's just, I mean, I'm looking through his whole playoff game log, and he only had, 2 other games where he shot over 50% from the field. That was in 2019, early on. And he shoots 70% in a huge game on the road. He was in Fuego, He was up or down that series. It's true, but that's just okay. I'll move away from that because it's just getting my brain's in a tizzy. But yeah, Trae Young against the Knicks, 32, 30, 21, 27, 36. Then he put up 35 today, 47% shooting. I mean, it's impressive, 32, 7 and 10, 31 and 7, 21, 1 and 14, 27, 1 and 9, 36, 4 and 9, 35, 2 and 10. I'm just reading stats now. This is the podcast. Man, he was 13 of 15 from the free throw line that last Knicks game. Gets to the line quite a bit. Not as much during the playoffs as he did during the regular season, but impressive nonetheless. Man, hot and bothered. These stats are just, I love them. What can I say, man? 35, 2, and 10 today against Philly. 2 steals. You know, they almost gave it away at the end, but man, fucking Embiid put up a 39, 9, and 4 with 1 steal and 3 blocks. Yeah. Yeah, he did that. Fucking, I don't know why I'm cursing for no reason. Fuck, shit, fuck. You know, hey, that's why we put the explicit E label on the podcast, because we curse. It's fun. Fun to curse. What can I say? But I think I'm done. I got nothing else to say. My mind is I feel burnt out, like I did a bunch of work, but I didn't do any work. I was in the lap of luxury. I was sitting, in some sweatpants watching basketball, my eyes burning from staring at the screen for hours on end all weekend long. For weeks now, I've been glued to the screen, watching game after game. I mean, all season really. I've been very locked in this season, and what can I say? I enjoy the game. Okay, thank you, Mr. Naismith. Thank you, sir. R.I.P. to you, and thank you for inventing this game of basketball. From some little town in Ontario, I found out recently, and good job. Good job, Naismith. This is a great game. We love it. We love the game. We love basketball. It's fun. I don't know why I'm doing a weird voice. I think I'm a little loopy. A little Latin loopy-loo from High Fidelity. Great movie. Weird references. Brain is shutting down. This is what happens when you don't do any work and you just fucking watch sports all day. Your mind starts to shut down. Your body thinks you've been working, but you haven't. You've just been staring at a screen. Thinking about stats. Shoving high-fat snacks into your mouth. Wiping your greasy hands on your face. And smiling while almost choking on nuts. That was me today. I started laughing about something I saw on TV and I almost choked to death. I don't want to die that way. I'd rather die rescuing a little puppy or something. I don't want to die from a burning building. I don't want to die sitting on my ass, eating fatty foods, watching basketball or football. Don't want it to happen, but it might. It may happen. And if that's the way I go, well, it's been nice knowing you. Wow, it's got really dark. Wow, confronting my own mortality while talking about statistics that were made possible by, you guessed it, Mr. Naismith. Thank you again, sir. We are indebted to you. You've created an art form, a athletic art form. I'll say that. In that NBA commercial that keeps running, they say, when art meets, what do they say? Art fighting science, I think. It's kind of poetic. It's kind of true, Geometric shots, but with the creativity, each player possesses, the fundamentals, the physics of it. I mean, there's something to it. Listen, do I look like Charles Bukowski? Huh? Is my name Bill Shakespeare? No. It's Benjamin Simmons. I'm just a guy. I'm the other Ben Simmons. Okay, the original. Speaking of a dead-faced drone, does that guy have a personality? I'm talking about the other Ben Simmons, and I don't just dislike him because he stole my name. That son of a beep. Censored. Why did he steal my name? If I ever talk to him, I'm going to ask him that. I'm like, excuse me, sir, why did you steal my name? No, but why? I guess I get a too cool for school vibe from him all the time. Like he's trying to look cool. This is very personal. It has nothing to do with his basketball. It's not stat related. I love his stats. What do you have? Like 4 steals and a block? I love the defensive stats and the assists and everything. He can't shoot a lick. He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I mean, he can't shoot free throws. He can't shoot at all. It's pathetic. It's sad. It's embarrassing in so many ways. I don't care what any Philly fan tells you. It's horrible. He's got to be able to at least shoot a little mid-range jump shot. All right? It's pathetic. Once again, I'm just a guy who just got done shoving food into his mouth, being the most unathletic man ever to live, and I'm telling him that he has to improve something involving his athleticism, him being a pro basketball player who makes millions of dollars. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Okay? So he should listen to me. No, but I just feel like he seems really boring, and he seems... This is such mean personal attacks, but what can I say? This is just like, just by observing him and seeing interviews with him, just a weird guy. I get weird like serial killer vibes from him. No offense to you, sir, Ben, the other Ben Simmons, and it's not because you stole my name. This is completely unbiased. I'm just saying you seem like a serial killer, just like with Porzingis. You seem like you're a Nazi. Listen, that's not a personal attack. I'm saying it's not. I'm saying I mean no offense. Okay, with all due respect, I'm putting that before what I'm about to say. Porzingis, you look like a Nazi. Ben Simmons, you look like a serial killer. With all due respect. So you can't get mad. No offense. No offense to you, sir. You can't get mad. Okay? I'll leave it at that. I will close the program with that sentiment. Don't get mad. I said no offense. I said with all due respect. You can't say anything. Didn't mean anything bad by it. No. I'm an innocent guy. Anyways, I've lost my mind. Thanks for tuning in. As I said, Samuel and I are going to discuss Suns-related things and whatever else we want to talk about, okay? Because I know I said earlier this wasn't my podcast. It is my podcast. It's my podcast. Meh. But, I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me what he looks like then. If I'm wrong about the other Ben Simmons, then tell me what he looks like. He's got a crazy glint in his eye. He's got like a really repressed rage. Crazy glint. What can I say, man? I'm just call it like I see it. Snap judgments. Really deep personal opinions about people that I have nothing to substantiate it by. That's who I am. Okay? Call me judgmental. I'm judgmental. That's stolen from Peep Show. Great show. You should watch that show. It's really good. It's the best show I've ever seen. In fact, it might be up. It's top 3 comedy shows. Peep Show. It's a British show. All right, I gotta go. Fuck this shit. I'm out of here. Thanks for listening. Until next time, baby. All right, baby. Bye bye.
So gaudy. So gaudy. Gaudy stats. Gaudy stats.